Hi everyone, welcome back to Total War Therapy, and today I'm going to introduce you to the new units and the new changes that we got with the patch 6.1 for Kislev, Cathay, Tzeentch and the Ogre Kingdoms. So don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy my video, and let's start. Let's start with Mother Ostankya. After all the prayers of the community that were asking Creative Assembly to change her starting location from the west of the map in Nagaron back to Kislev, Creative Assembly finally decided to give us the chance to move her faction to Kislev, in my case at least at turn 1. Now, actually I was happy for her starting location in Nagaron because was offering a very different experience from the one we already get with Cathay and Kislev. But understand that lore-wise it's a little weird to see her characters in Nagaron very far from her homeland, from the motherland. So now you have finally the chance to play in the more witch way and get some bonus for the witch hut, the spirit essence, and remain in Nagaron, or you have the chance to leave for Kislev. And in that case you will start in the north of the oblast. The penalty will be, of course, that you will lose all the settlements you gain in turn 1 in Nagaron, but you will have a buff for your army about chaos attrition and many things. The enemies you will fight with here in Kislev, they will be very different, of course. You will fight against Norska, some Chaos factions, probably even other Kislev factions, some greenskins, some vampire counts. There will not be any more lizard men or dark elves. That for me it's a little I like the idea of having this Kislev legendary lord starting in a very completely different location, but I agree with the community that it's probably for the lore better to let her start here, so now you have this double option, and for me it's fine. And probably the best thing here is that you will get directly access to all the Kislev units, because as you know, if you will play in Nagaron, you will play mostly with the monsters, with the beasts, the animals, and Akshina ambushers, of course. But yeah, to unlock the other Kislev units, normally you need to occupy particular settlements or to get allied with another Kislev faction. Now you don't need it anymore. If you want to leave for Kislev, you will get direct access to all the Kislev units, like if you're playing any other Kislev campaign. Another big change for Kislev is the court and orthodoxy mechanics that changed drastically what there was before. Now, basically there are many waves, like with the Atamans and with deciding which building to build, that you will give support to the Ice Court or to the Great Orthodoxy. You have to be careful to not give too much support to only one faction, because that will cause the disaster, the chaos in Kislev. And as you know, the chaos is not a good thing here in Kislev. Now, you will see there are many sections, or any of them with 2 sections, one for the Ice Court and one for the Great Orthodoxy. If you will gain these boons with the Ice Court, for example, you will get the chance to take these bonuses that, here there are some for your army, then there are some for the heroes, there is some for the campaign, and so on. Honestly, this is very nice. My biggest fear is that they will make Kislev even more powerful than how it already is, and this can be a problem because if you get all of these buffs, I really don't know, and I don't know what happened when a faction, for example, get destroyed. Okay, if they annihilate the Ice Court of Cathay, you will still get access to this. You will be prevented to support the Ice Court again. These are very, there are things still to clarify. We need to play these campaigns a lot of time to understand them. But so far I'm very happy with this nice mechanic. I didn't like the one before, and they did a really great job. Now let's talk about the changes to the Kairos Fateweaver campaign. I'm so happy about that because the Kairos campaign is probably the campaign I played more times in all the 3 Total War Warhammer games, and Tzeentch is one of my favorite faction. I'm looking forward for a new DLC with a new legendary lord, probably, you know, Egrin Van Horseman, so I'm really hyped for everything that will happen for Tzeentch, and here we got this very nice mechanic. They completely changed the fragment of sorcery that it was not working well. I mean, in my Kairos campaign I was still using almost only the Tzeentch spells because I didn't like how it was working, the fragment of sorcery. It was very confusing. You have to make all the calculation about which spells was better. Instead here, and I mean not the spells was better, but which spells would have replaced the others and so on. So it was very messy, and here we have this very clear eye where we can change all the spells that Tzeentch will have access to, and yeah, this is very good. Of course, this is the beginning of the campaign, so you have just a couple of spells, and skilling the Lord without even I mean putting points on that, but automatically he will get access to all the others section of spells. And here at any time, wherever you want, you can just change these basic spells for Tzeentch that are the main lores of magic, so you can test it every time. And I think in this way they made the Kairos Fateweaver campaign probably one of the coolest campaign in the game, because yeah, you can just try whatever you want. It's not like the Blue Scribes that it will be random. Here you can decide if you want to play more offensively or more defensively, if you need some you know, regeneration ability or some more bombardment ability, and that's so to I love it. I really hope they can use this mechanic even in other campaigns, you know, just to try to be a little more versatile. And yeah, I'm just in love with that, and I'm looking forward to play another Kislev campaign, Tzeentch campaign. I have to finish my exam before, but I mean, soon I will do it. Now, probably the best thing they did with this patch was changing the view of the stats of the units and the characters. As you know, before there were all these little circles that were so close in, I mean, especially in characters like, you know, hybrid that are half spellcaster, half melee, like the Grid Demons, that they had so many abilities and passive abilities and resistance and attribute that they were just, you could see not even the sign of the circle. You could just see this very messy thing. And now not. Now you can see all the different circles with all the different abilities, and the first is aesthetically far cooler. I love it, but it's even more, I mean, it's better for the understanding of the unit, because you don't need to go, you know, very little by little with the mouse to see every different circle or use the list. But from these circles you can see directly what are all the resistance, what are all the spells available, and I mean, it's amazing. I love that. I don't get, you know, these are the kind of changes that when they do them, I personally say, why they didn't do it before? I mean, it was there, it was clear. Why you waited so long to do that? And yeah, I'm just happy with that. So let's move on to the new units. Let's start with the Non-Gau Grenadiers added to the faction of Grand Cathay. Now, I like this addition because by lore Grand Cathay relies a lot on gunpowders, but I actually didn't see that in the game because there are just a couple of artillery pieces, of course with the sky junk, and even the missile infantry option are a little limited for for a faction that claim to be the best, to have the best gunpowder of the world. So I really hope that with the next Cathay DLC they will go to this direction. I mean, there will be monkeys and tigers, so probably not, but I really hope to see more gunpowder units. And yeah, they're a nice addition. They're direct, you know, that we can make a comparison with are the Iron Hellgunners, because they share the same aesthetics and they have better melee attacks. They made these Grenadiers units with better melee stats, but wow, why? They have bigger armor, they have more melee attack and defense, weapon strength, and they have a charge bonus of 12. There are the Jade warriors with halberds that are a melee focus unit, that they have 8 of charge bonus, and these Grenadiers have 12. That it's, I mean, why? Why something like that? I really don't get what's the purpose. They don't have enough better stats for you to rely on them in melee. So why giving them this very big, I mean, greater, sorry, melee stats if they cannot use them? I mean, you're paying for that, but you will never use something like that. About the missile attack itself, they have more ammunition than the Grenadiers we are used for. We are used with. I'm talking about the Miners or the Grenadiers of the Vampire Coast. They have a lot more ammunition, but their damage is inferior. It's just 16, is not armor piercing. It has a flaming effect, but I mean, it's not that strong. You can test it in your battles, and it will not be the same of the Miners. When a Miner throws his bomb, his grenade, you can feel it. You can feel it. It doesn't happen with the Nangao Grenadiers, but I mean, still, we have to test it in multiple campaigns, and then we can have a better idea of if this unit is worthy or not. But honestly, I still prefer the Iron Hellgunners that are the same price, and I mean, at least they are actually, I mean, they are better at what they do. Now, they have this ability called the Heaven Flash that, I mean, just have a look, because I really don't get how it can be helpful. Something like that for a missile units, but I mean, yeah. And finally we got even the Gnoblar's Flingers. Many of us, me included, we expected to get this unit with the last DLC about Ogre Kingdoms. They were just the Skaven counterpart of the Flingers, and but when I heard that they would have been already the Pig Riders, I say, I mean, why 2 Gnoblar's unit in a Ogre Kingdom DLC? I don't think they will make it more valuable, so probably they will not add even the Gnoblar's Flingers. And we get them anyway. Now, it was a World Edition. Depends if you like this kind of game. When I play with Ogre, sometimes I don't even recruit Gnoblars. The Pig Riders for me are a weird choice, and I already explained in some videos why. So I mean, this unit, these Gnoblar Flingers, they don't do damage. They have a good range, and unexpectedly they have a good range, but the damage is so little. It's just 10. It's 10. Not armor piercing is 10. They are not even good at melee, so they are not, I mean, a mid-shield unit in any case, because they have lower stats than the normal Gnoblars. So yeah, if you want to harass and distract the enemy, but they are not even fast, their speed is very low, so you're harassing an enemy that will just take you, they will just charge you, so I really don't know if it's worthy all of that. You will, I mean, you will tell me what you think, but for me, we are definitely not to the point. I mean, I enjoy this edition. It's always healthy for the campaign, getting new units, but I don't think it's a unit that I will use in my next Ogre Kingdoms campaign. Now, let's talk about the Atamans. The Ataman. I'm so happy with this introduction. I really like it. Everything that comes for Kislev, I like it, but personally, this was a very great idea. I'm so sorry I cannot use it as a generic lord, because I would have replaced all my Boyars with them. They have a big armor of 95, better than the Boyar. They are shielded, so good against missile. Then about the stats themselves, they have of course more defense with a 60 melee defense. That it's a lot, they are very tanky, very defensive, but they have less melee attack than the Boyar. So the Boyar will be the more offensive version of the armor costers, actually, and yeah, it will be the more offensive, the Boyar, and the Ataman will be the more defensive. Then the weapon strength, of course, is better for the Boyar because it's a melee specialist with double axes, and yeah, it has the anti-infantry bonus. Instead, the Ataman will get I mean, no armor piercing damage and even less weapon strength. So the charge bonus is better for the Boyar, but the Ataman gain this missile attack that is a pistol with a short range of 90, a missile strength armor piercing, but as you know, these kind of units, they're just, at least for me, good looking, but not actually good at you know, being hybrid. Like I mean, if it's the armor cossers, they can get, you know, there are many entities, so they can actually make a little damage to the unit before you know, the engagement, the melee engagement. But since this is a single entity, I mean, or you shoot directly at the character, but this is impossible because it's as you know, it is, I mean, this the characters, the missile characters, are good only against other characters, not against other units. But it's very hard that the enemy lord will charge in the front, and the pistol has a very low arc of fire, so it will shoot at the end at the unit, and his damage will be just not effective. Even the ammunition are 20, but why? I mean, you will never use 20 ammunition. Even the armor cossers have 6 ammunition, because 6 ammunition is something you can expect a melee unit to use, but 20, I mean, why? What are we talking about? Then of course there are many abilities, many buffs, debuffs that we will learn through our campaign. But yeah, I really like this unit. As I said, I have some doubts about that, but yeah, I'm looking forward to play it in the campaign with this new mechanic when you can attack, you know, other armies that are entering your perimeter, and yeah, I'm just in love. Thank you, Creative Assembly, for this.